Hey guys, just wanted to do this little quick intro to the video because I had wanted to talk about how to do the warping effect inside the house in the video, but I actually forgot, and so I'm sticking the video segment I made onto the very end of this review. So if you want to stick around at the very end and see how I was able to create the warp effect to a pretty good simulation as to what it's like warping outside, stick around to the end. You'll see me and how I was moving the spinners closer and farther away from the cameras, and how I was adjusting the lights to get the best warping effect in the house. That's it. On to the video.
Oh. Hey guys, Randy here, coming out with a special video just for Amy. I really appreciate Amy sending me an email today saying that she really wanted to see more about the Stratus and Lumous spinners. I had created that one big video for the unboxing of all the Noblespin spinners. You can kind of see them here. There's the knives over here, and the rest of them are kind of hidden behind those boxes because I wanted to focus mainly on these. These are the ones I kind of glossed over. I really didn't think a whole lot about it at the time because the video was running long. Thank you to Amy for the great constructive criticism. Anybody else who has constructive criticism, things you would like to see in my videos, things I can change, things you don't like, things you do like, I'll be happy to address those if I possibly can. Just email me, randy@frankensleeve.com. My email address will be down below in the description box or up above in the Facebook post box. So anyway, let me get to this real quick. I got them all laid out here, and I wanted to focus on the bearings first. You'll notice I got two of the caps off right now because I went ahead and took them off because the bearing caps are very difficult to take off. I was almost afraid I was going to break them or scratch the plastic, or acrylic in this case. I believe this one's acrylic. So I can show you the steel bearings in it. And all these have the same steel bearings in them. So I just wanted to, I pulled the caps off these two so you could see that both of them have the exact same bearings in them. And I'll get on with the rest of the review and give these two types of spinners the attention they deserve because they are really cool spinners. As difficult as it was to get these caps off, that tells me that they put a lot of time and attention into the engineering of these spinners. I was looking at this one. I noticed that little line right there, and I wonder if that was a cut mark or if it was part of the spinner. But it is part of the spinner. So I think it's it's on all of them. I just had one right side up and one upside down. So let's get them all straightened out here so they're all the same. Now this one in particular, this one is a glow-in-the-dark spinner. So the whole thing glows in the dark, as opposed to just these where they have the little luminous inserts. Now these little luminous inserts glow in the dark. The rest of the spinner here does not. So this is the one that's fully glowing in the dark. So let me get back to this one. This is the Stratus. It is a beautiful blue swirl color pattern. And I'm not certain if these are stickers or if they are metal inserts. They feel like metal inserts, like stainless steel inserts, to give it a little bit of weight so it'll spin for a while. And as you can hear, it's a fairly noisy little bugger. It would quieten down quite a bit, I'm sure, if I had put some lube in there. But I like to let people know what they sound like out of the box. So if you want to quieten your spinner down, you can spray some different kinds of lube in there. I have used this, blue juice, and I've also used the other one. I don't have it laying in front of me, but that kit I got. Yeah, here's the kit. I kind of put it all in a bag, so these are me to keep it all together. From Planet Safe Lubricants, I've been using this as well to lubricate. They both do a good job, but I like this one because it has the whole kit together, so I can degrease the bearings and lube them with the same brand of lubricant and degreaser. Anyway, let me get back to this. Spin this one up, give you a good look at it. Sorry I'm getting off on tangents there. I tend to do that. I'm kind of like the shiny object syndrome, or that dog you saw in the movies that's talking and all of a sudden it goes, squirrel!
My master made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel!
So yeah. So Amy, I hope you like the look of this one. I do. I think this beautiful blue. Now TechSmart had actually 100 of these to give away a few months ago, back in March, I believe. I'm hoping that by doing these videos that Noblespin might offer me a few more to review and hopefully do a mega contest That'd be really cool. And see, here's the black one. You can see that the luminous inserts are not on both sides. They're just on one side. And Amy had asked about these ball bearings, and I actually thought that they rotated, but now that I've looked at them a second time, they do not rotate. They're smooth enough that you can run your thumb over them and it'll slide, but the ball itself does not move. And if I'm smart enough and fast enough, I'm going to try to get them all spinning at the same time and do a spin timer test on them. That was that. And let's try the pink one because they're all going to look a little bit different. Now these are quite a bit quieter, I've noticed. I'm not sure why, because they are the same bearings. That first that Stratus may just need to be broken in for a while. I'm not sure. Or maybe it just had a little bit less lubricant from the factory. I'm not certain on that. Anyway, these are straight out of the box. I have not touched these since the day I made the video. I just kind of stacked them to the side and used them as background props to kind of make my table colorful. I've noticed that whenever I'm doing my videos, my tablet will get lighter and darker. So when I take my hands away, everything gets real light. When I put my hands back in, it gets real dark. So I was trying to figure out how to keep the lighting the same. I'm not sure if that's called the white balance or what, but I don't like that the lighting seems to change whether or not I have my hands in the video. But here's the red one. And let's try the luminous one here. Now, I kind of, well, I do like this one because this green is the color of Frankensteve's little bandage on his head, so of course I'm going to like the fluorescent green. And it is kind of cool that this one does light up the most, since the whole thing is luminous. It lights up the most when it's in the dark, that is. And here's the yellow one. Do I have it upside down? I can't tell from behind the camera. I can look around the other side. Yep, it is. This is right side up. There's the little luminous inserts. There's the yellow one, and let's try the purple one. Now, royal purple is one of my favorite colors, so of course I like this one too. And this one, you know, I honestly don't remember what the color is. I did look it up, but I forgot what the color is. It's a, I believe they called it some type of blue. To me, it looks gunmetal or a color of gray. Either way, I do like the color. I like this. I'm gonna call it gunmetal. I like the gunmetal color. And as I was saying, the ball bearings on the outer lobes, they do not spin. They're all stationary. I think they're all just pressed in, but they're not designed to rotate or slide. But you can make a worry stone out of them if you'd like to. Get my hand turned over there so you can see it from all angles. There's all of them. And let's try doing a multiple spinner spin-off. Actually, I think I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to set up my camera phone timer. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to set up the phone with the timer on it so that I can film these spinning and at the same time time them so you can get an idea how long they will spin. I'm going to put this one kind of at the end here. It's the oddball out. So if you don't mind, hang on for a second. I'm going to put this on pause and set everything back up. Alrighty, well, I'm back at it now. Got everything in place, I believe. If y'all like this little timer here, it's called the Ultracron Light. It's pretty cool. I like the way the layout looks on it. You can customize it to a certain extent. So anyway, before I get off on another tangent, let me get these lined up here. I'm going to see if I cannot get these to spinning and not destroy my setup. How am I going to do this? There. Now you can see them all going. I'll adjust my lights a little bit to see if I can't get some of that strobe effect with my LED lights. I hope y'all like that. If you don't like that, you just want regular lighting, let me know and I'll switch back to regular lighting all the time. Oh man, look at that yellow. Wow. I'm not a yellow person, but I love the way that yellow looks in the light. Now if I could just get some really good spin on those things, I really couldn't spin them as hard as I'd like to. I was afraid of throwing something across the table. So they're not going to get as good a spin as they would if they were spun individually, with me having plenty of space around them to not worry about hitting other things. But yeah, man, let's try that green one again. I'm going to stop that because that's...
Total time, 1 minute, 0.65 seconds.
Because about 1 minute seems like what I was getting, and now that I've had some practice at it, of knowing where everything is, I can really spin them up and you can really see the strobe effect better. I'm going to move my light around here and see if I can't get some strobe effects going. Whoa, there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. That black one, man. I still like the yellow one because it just stands out like crazy. I'm gonna hold the other light up. I'm actually picking them up and moving around to try to get the best effects. There we go. Look at that green one. And I think the red one's a little bit too slow. No, maybe it's just not slowing down to the right point. But look at the blue and red ones, man. I'm only kidding when I say that you're not getting these. Not really. I will be giving these away. So don't think I'm going to keep them to myself. I really do believe in sharing the spinners. I'm going to turn my lights back to the vertical position so they're pointing toward the ceiling. I'm going to give these one last spin. So you can see how they look in the normal light. So Amy, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just for you. Thank you so much for writing me. Anybody else, like I said, if you have any constructive criticisms, things you'd like to see, things like you'd like to see changed, I'd be more than happy to hear what you have to say. And as always, like, subscribe, turn notifications, and run screaming through your neighborhood saying my name out loud. And I'll talk to you later. Hey guys, this is just a little add-on video to show you how to create that strobe effect inside the house. And I've been experimenting with my lights to see exactly how to get the best warping video I possibly can. And you might have seen this little light here mounted on one of my coffee cans. And that's how I normally have them sitting up higher, but I took them off. They do actually come with these little legs. So just a couple of LED lights that came with my light box kit. I think I paid around 40 bucks for the light kit. But I was playing with this, and you can see the closer you get this to the light source, the better the warping effect. So I just want to show you how I was able to create the warping videos inside the house. There, got it. I got it in about the right spot. At a certain point, the RPMs of the spinner will match the frame rate of the camera, and all of a sudden you have warping. We have warpage. Now, it doesn't look that great here, but when I get in close, and I don't know if I can do that with one hand. I'm moving the camera with one hand. So let me spin it back up again so you can see the warping effect. Now, the spinner has to slow down a bit to get to the right RPMs, and all of a sudden you'll start to see that really wild warping effect on camera. And you bring it in close, and you turn it sideways, and it gives you different, I'm not sure what you call it, that warping, different aspects of the spinner. So anyway, that's just what I want to show you. Quick and dirty how I did it in the house. Just put the spinner as close to the light source as you can. You might even find a household light if it's a high enough wattage to be able to recreate the same effect. But it works with, just try to get as much light as you possibly can. And I'll talk to you later.